You be get it together. Please get it together. Okay, how much you gonna move it?
Look, what's up, y'all? What's up? What's up? Welcome to Black Graffiti. That we just got back. So here's the thing. What's up, Andrew? So the topic today is going to, as you see, what do women slash men like? So there's a lot of things, people out here
It's cold.
that
It's freezing, y'all.
kind of confused, or not really confused, but a lot of people have, you know, different traits, quality stuff that men or women like, like us men. Now, this can go up and down both ways. Now, let's say, so you got some men like me. I like the all natural look when it comes to.
You don't have to say that because I'm here, because I've changed.
No, for real. I like the all natural look. For real, like she has locks. I more so would rather you be natural with the hairstyles, body type, stuff like that. Some guys just like Chris Brown and was it Tiger? They had a song where
Your
they said
muscles are just busting. Like, move your arm.
they said all they like is women with long hair. That's it. Long real hair, which is kind of messed up because not a lot of people actually, not a lot of women actually have their real long hair. It's that real that long. And another one is some guys say they like women with long hair, but they're talking about long hair with weave. But some guys got a problem with that.
Or they say that kills me, or they say that they don't like the weave, but it's so contradicting because men will say one thing and then it's another, blah, blah, blah. Oh, I want a woman with long hair. Okay, you have a woman with long hair, extensions, weave, it's all the same. However, whatever you want to call it. But then it's a problem. Well, yeah, it's the same thing. But then it comes down to it. You find out that she has a couple extensions or she has weave or whatever you call it, or maybe she has a lace front, which is a form of a wig. And then it's a problem. Why is it a problem? Like, I'm just wondering. Like, you can have your preference. Like, you say you want long hair. There's the ability to really do anything with hair. There's the ability to do anything. I used to, before I started my locks last year, I was wearing weave. I was wearing braids. I was doing a whole bunch of different stuff. Right? Okay, cool. I was doing a whole bunch of different stuff. But what, what is it? Like, can I just want to know?
I have no problem with that. So, if you want to wear natural look or if you want to do, the weave, it makes no difference to me. As long as you look good and as long as you like what you got on, that's fine. Or what you're rocking, that's fine with me. Now, however, the thing, like I said, that Chris Brown them said, where they said they like women with long hair. As I'm looking at this certain video, they only had more so light women with long hair. It didn't look like it was actually black women, just look like a different ethnicity, which is what I have a problem with. Because basically you're saying that you can't find a black woman that has natural long hair.
But you can. We're everywhere.
Right. So now that's a huge problem to me. But also I like the natural look as when it comes to now this slim versus thick thing.
And Andrew, feel free to comment or let us know, like when it comes to hair, in a woman, what is your preference? Do you have a problem with weave? Would you prefer it be real? And then it's no, it doesn't really matter the style. You like the woman to switch up your hair, will switch up their hair, or like what is it? And like when it comes to body, like this huge, you gotta have a big ass type thing. Is that like, hey, your woman just gotta have a big butt, or can they be nicely proportioned and petite? Is that a problem? Like, I just want to know.
For example, now I know she's not black, but Amber Rose, she actually looks better with no hair than she does with hair.
Yeah,
she looks weird with hair, but we usually saying it with a low cut. But I've seen some attractive women with low cuts. Like people think that if your woman doesn't have a low cut, doesn't have long hair, then she's not a woman or that she's not attractive. That makes no sense at all because I've seen women who can rock a low cut, like that's the thing that irritates me because there's a box that we put our black women in when it comes to hairstyles. You know, which I don't give a damn what hairstyle you have. If you love it and you like how you look with it, that's fine with me. But I'm not gonna say you ask me and I'll be like, I don't think that's gonna look right on you.
I mean, shoot, I'd rather you be honest though. If it doesn't look right, tell me it doesn't look right. Don't just let me walk out the house looking a hot mess. Don't do that.
But
I'd rather you just keep it real.
I'll keep real. If you show me something, I'll be like, nah, I mean, I'm not really kind of feeling that. But I'm not gonna say if you decide, hey, let me try something new, I'm not gonna come off the back. And when you have that new hairstyle, I'll be like, man, that shit up. I'm not going to say that because for one, you know yourself what looks right and what doesn't look right on. You go through that.
You try it most of the time, so that's not necessarily true.
Yeah, but you have a good idea. You're not gonna cut your hair completely bald if you don't think, I may or may not know. That's not something you just try like that, just off the whim.
You can always get a wig or lace from, so either way you'll be good.
True.
Just to kind of flip it a little bit, as far as when it comes to women and what women like, when it comes to men, vice versa, whatever. A couple questions that I have is, well, not necessarily what I have, because it's really what women like when it comes to men. It's like we like a variety of things. I know now it just seems like we just really, really are money hungry. A lot of men view women as just money hungry. So if you don't have a certain car, when you pull up, or when I meet you, wherever it's gonna be, it's an issue. If you're not paying for the bill, it's an issue. If you're not wearing the newest J's, it's an issue. Why do we have to have our men looking good? Because you can go on a date or you can meet somebody that has on everything from head to toe. It costs 2-3 grand from head to toe, right? But they don't even have an apartment in their name. They don't even have a car. They living with their mama or they living with their homeboy until they get themselves together. Like images can really, really be misleading. So you can't really go off of necessarily what they're wearing, especially. And sometimes you can't even go off of what car they're driving. Now, I can't say that I believe that women should settle. I don't. I'm a woman. I'm gonna be 100% honest. We should not settle. I have settled before, and baby, I would never settle again. That's just what that is. That's just the honest truth. But if you have somebody and you met somebody that has the drive to do better, then there's nothing wrong with that. Just help them. You should be able to help each other, encourage each other to do better, right? But on a man's side, come on, bro. You always driving your girl's car, she at work, where's your job? Get a job, that type of thing. So I feel like you should have all that, right? One thing that's really weird to me that some men are doing, I don't think it's like super popular, is the men that don't really have hair, like they're getting it sprayed on, like you get everything sprayed on, like the barbershops and stuff, like they can fill it in. Like if you just get now if you get some filled in, okay, but to me, I'm sorry, that's a little ladylike when it becomes the entire head that you're getting airbrushed in. That is ladylike, bro. Let it go. Let's do something else. I'm not saying you can't get airbrushed. I'm just saying, can we do something else? Can we try something else? And ladies, when it comes down to it, if you have a good guy, please understand that because there's not a lot of them out here. And if it is, baby, be upfront and make yourself known because a lot of guys with us, we go off of intentions and we also go off of our past, unfortunately. And sometimes we hold a standard that's so high that it seems like it's impossible to break down the wall to get to who we truly are. But if that woman is worth it and you feel like they are, they're not super judgmental. They're not super materialistic. They're kind of into you. You can tell they could go somewhere, but it's just that wall. Maybe it's worth trying to break down the wall, being patient with her to really see what y'all can be and what y'all can blossom into. That's all I'm saying. But at the same time, on the woman's standpoint, maybe we should see that, give them an opportunity or a chance. But on the flip side of that, even sometimes it's hard. Like sometimes it's hard because if you've been hurt from somebody that has shown you a completely different person for the first 6 to 8 months of your relationship, and then they totally switch, and then you meet somebody that's still doing the same nice gestures, and it kind of makes it hard to be able to tell sincere or not. So with a woman, it's just so much that goes into it, especially a woman that has had their heart broken or a woman that has given a man chance after chance after chance, and now they're finally got the confidence need, for one. And then secondly, they also have the confidence to, you know, have some type of standards now. Like, okay, if you don't have a car, and I'm not saying it's got to be a Jag or a Mercedes or a Benz or anything, but you have to at least have a car transportation to get to me. I don't always want to have to get to you. I want it to be a 50-50 thing, especially if we're first talking. There's nothing wrong with that, but just don't set your standards too high because I understand everybody's struggling, everybody's trying to eat, but you just have to be able to be aware of certain things to know if it's real or not. So YouTube is hard. I wish YouTube. Thank you, appreciate it.
Thanks, Michael.
So
we trying nothing.
I don't know. Yeah, I mean, we just, to be for real, we just do this because I enjoy talking to people. Like, that's what I love to do. I enjoy helping people. Things that I kind of go through. I like to just kind of put it out there. Things that I be feeling. I feel like other people kind of feel it, maybe in a different perspective. But yeah, I feel that. I feel like that happens and it helps people. But yeah,
I mean, here's the thing. I love to talk myself, but I love to have debates and just combos with people because you never know what you can find out from someone. Someone that you think don't have useful information can hit you with some knowledge. You be like, well, I didn't even know that dude even thought like that or even had that type of knowledge. Or girl even knew anything like that because you just don't know. Some people are readers. Some people read all the time. Some people don't even want to pick up a book, but they watch different TV shows. Some people like to explore.
we all the way off topic. We really are. But go ahead, because I talked a lot. I'm just saying I'm trying to keep them stay on topic.
And then well, back on topic because we tend to do that. So another thing that us men like, or the topic of these days is the thick and slim thing. So there's a difference between being thick and then obese. That's my thing. Thick, how it is now these days, that's not thick. That's obese. If you push in the same weight as me, that's obese. That's a heavy female.
Well, you have to give a description of that.
What I mean by is,
and also be careful when you give a description.
What I mean by that is if you are trying to have the huge butt like they be putting out there, but you standing like 5'6", 5'5". That's a small. Now I understand if you over 5'11", that's a pretty tall female. That's above out. That's what I'm saying. If you're short like that, and you're trying to have,
you're talking about me like 5'2", 5'3". That's short. Even 5'4".
Well, the average height of a woman is like what, 5?
I don't know.
I think it's like 5'4", 5'5", something like that. But or a little lower than that. But the thing about that is that's obese going that high. Now I understand if you're obese and you're trying to lose weight, that's what's up. But if you are already small chick and your thing is, hey, let me get this butt injection, or hey, let me go pay this $2,000 to $5,000 to get this tummy tuck, plus put the fat in my, like, that makes just to have.
But some men like that though. Some men don't want you to have the real deal, but I mean, I guess
there's different ways. So basically, you taking that route of, I was looking for that, taking that route of being lazy instead of working for it naturally, though, so where it doesn't hurt your body in the future.
Yeah, I mean, to me, it's laziness, but it's also a mixture of what society puts out there and what's portrayed as okay. And then you see all these celebrities that have done it, even though some of the celebrities like K. Michelle and probably a couple other that I'm forgetting have put out there like, hey, this is what happened to me when I got these injections. This is what I'm suffering from. And apparently I'm going to be dealing with this for a long time. So I advise you not to do it. Women will still do it because you feel like, first off, when you go to a club or a bar, right? And if you just look around, you could be by yourself with your girls, whatever, right? Well, sometimes I'm really observant, so I'll just look around. I'll just kind of peek the scene, just see kind of what guys are looking at, and vice versa, women and all that. Just kind of who I am, period. And you see a lot of guys, not all, but I see a lot of guys. They go for the women that are thick. That's what they want. Some people, men, period, they don't care if it's real or not. They care about, does it look good?
You got to think. Then that is the type of guy for real that's really just looking to hit for real. I mean, let's be honest. He's just looking to hit. He ain't trying to find nothing. He's just trying to hit that night or whatever other nights. That's what he's looking for. I mean, because I'm sorry, you got these Instagram models on here that all they display is their body. It's all they display. They don't display anything else. You know, you got comedians. They display, comedy, laughter and everything like that. People that support beauty products, where they, support stuff that has to do with their business, their talent, music, or something like that. But Instagram models, they're displaying just the body.
Yeah, they're models.
Right.
That's what they're supposed to do.
But what I'm saying is, what type of crowd do you think you're going to attract with that?
If you are an Instagram model,
I understand. You know what you're going to
attract. They're not going for a degree. They're not going for none of that. Like, that's what they're trying to attract.
I think what that is back to what you were saying with go to the club, and that's what that dude is just trying to hit. But you do have other guys who's looking for that right person in there, or just looking for someone like.
That's true, but from a woman's perspective, if you're looking around and you're seeing, or you notice that your guy, your male friends, or when they talk about females, or just try to get an idea for yourself, if you are a single female and you just hear them talking about the women that are continuously thick, then you feel like, as a woman, like, well, damn, maybe I have to be thick. And you try to eat, but sometimes it's hard to eat and become thick in the right places. That's almost impossible to eat and just become thick in your behind and your thighs, and it's not going to go to your stomach. Like, that's almost impossible. Eventually it's going to go there because you can't just guide it to one area. It's just, as a woman, you see that, so you're like, okay, well, maybe that's really what's in now. And if I'm really looking for a guy or want to see if something can go somewhere, then in my mind, my mentality will probably be like, okay, well, what are my options? These are my options. I've seen other people have success stories from being able to get implants and getting butt shots and stuff like that. So why not? Hey, I'll try it. So it's also of what the opposite sex that you see that they perceive and what they put off and what they really, really want. Even on Facebook or any type of social media, on YouTube, anywhere, you can see what people say looks really good or what they're attracted to and what they're not attracted to. Like, for example, I would say one female that I think, and some people say that she's manly, right? That is my body goal. I have been petite and small almost all my life, but then once I had my son, I gained weight and I just felt so bad. Like, some women are trying to become thick. I'm opposite. I'm trying to get my petite body back, which is definitely getting there. I just have a couple other things, but back to it. A woman that I think that has the perfect shape to me, and that is my goal, to become that toned, have all of that, is Tiana Taylor. But some people say that her features are kind of manly, but she is a beautiful woman. She can pull off the tomboy look. She can pull off the sexy look. What's wrong with that? I think anybody should be comfortable in their skin, but you should do it for yourself. If you truly want to be thick and that makes you happy, then do it. It's nothing wrong with that. If you want to be bigger than thick and that makes you happy, then do it. If you want to be skinny or petite, then you do it, but just don't do it for the opposite sex. Do it for yourself, because somebody eventually has to appreciate that. I think we focus so much on what other people want, or what we see or we think that a lot of people want.
And there are men out here who like big women. Don't get it confused to where I was saying that they don't like obese or big women, because there are men out here that do like big women who prefer that. That's fine. When I was talking about that,
you kind of put out there like, well, that's just obese, and I'm like,
no. What I mean by that is, let's say some of the women on Love and Hip Hop, they are heavy women.
Yeah,
they're heavy. Yeah. They weigh a lot. They're heavy. And that's because of the butt injections. The boobs are they weigh a lot, like almost as much as the guy. But what I'm saying is, that's fine. But then you have people like Monique, who's losing her weight.
But you're doing it the natural way.
The natural way, but of health complications. Then you got the chick that we always call Precious. I'm sorry, I don't know her real name.
And off of Empire too.
Empire. Yeah. You got the chick that had a lot of scrutiny for her wanting to lose weight because she's known as being a bigger woman. And she was
okay.
I can't remember her
name. I know you
either.
all know who we're talking about.
That why man great to that chick. Anyway.
Yeah.
But her also as well. So if that's what you want to do, that's fine. Men like all type of women. So you can't just sit there and say, well, this man likes this men like all type of women. I mean, I'm sorry. Men like beautiful women, men like ugly women, men like thick women, men like skinny. They do. Somebody's attracted to somebody. Let's just be honest. Just like women. Women are attracted to men, men are attracted to women.
But you always have a type though, and I think that's okay. I think people tend to get offended about people's type. I think where it becomes offensive is when you try to put down people that are not your type. Like, for example, if I were to say, I want my guy to, I don't know, have a consistent paying job, have a nice car, have a place that is preferably in his name and not anybody else's name, have some things going for him. He can still want to work on himself and accomplish goals. Maybe he didn't hit them all. And also, I want my man to be Black. Okay, when it comes to that, right? You have your preference when it comes to Black. Okay, cool. Some people will get offended by if I say on here that I just prefer in the dating scene that I would date a Black man. That's just my preference. Nothing's wrong with saying that. What's wrong with it is when I say, if you ask me what I like Black men. I don't like this race because of this. I don't like this. I don't like this. That's when it becomes offensive. Why do you have to put all the other races or whoever else that you don't like down? That's what I don't get. You don't have to put them down. So like for a guy, if you prefer your woman to have long hair, okay, that's fine. A lot of us, we working on it, baby. It's coming. It's not there, but we getting there. But at the same time, you don't have to put us women that don't have the longest hair down our back yet.
Also,
you don't have to put us down.
Also, one thing I really hate is she or he is attracted for a dark skinned person.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Why do we do that?
I don't get that. Dark skin.
All races are beautiful.
Especially
colors in our
beautiful.
I don't get that. Why do people say that?
Say, yeah. She fired for a dark skinned chick. What, like a light skinned female or a fair skinned woman can't be ugly? Because there's a lot of
some strange looking ones in all complexions, baby. Best believe. So, but you were totally right. That really, really irks my soul. Like it really. It's so messed up for you to say that. And then people think that it's a compliment. And it's not a compliment. You're putting that person down completely. That's just what you're doing. And I don't understand that. Why do we have to do that? So I don't know if you guys listen to the radio. Most of the time I don't. But if you listen to it like on Fridays and Saturdays, and I don't know if it's Sunday, on 104.1, they have it's Lady Night Radio. So if you don't know, put it on there at like 7 or 8 p.m., something like that. And they have made a song. And in the song is basically saying something about popping for my light-skinned girls, popping for my dark-skinned girls. Okay, but why do we have to make that known? Like, how come we just can't say, I don't know what else you would say, but like, it's just we always trying to.
Like, she can do that for the girls and for the men. Whatever she's saying in there.
Or you can just do it for the women too, but I just feel like we're always trying to separate it. It's the same thing with your preferences. Like, just be careful how you put stuff out there. It's the same thing like when I just told him, like, hey, be careful. You have to be careful that people are sensitive. We get that. But then you also have to kind of be real.
That's why I clarify what I said.
So you're probably saying he's probably saying, which we had this conversation, I think earlier today when we was at the gym with Eric, we had this conversation about how you have the women that are trying to fit into belly shirts and you got like this much of your stomach out, but like it's kind of over. Okay, that's doing a little too much. You know what I'm saying?
You can be comfortable in your own skin. I don't have a problem with that. I don't have a problem with that at all. But I mean, you can and you cannot get mad if someone asks you or approach you, like, because they have it now, or society has it now, to where you got this thin waist, huge butt, legs that don't match the butt.
Thighs that don't match. That's really what it is.
Thighs, legs, yeah. And then you got the boobs, and then you got, I don't know the numbers, 24 inches. That's her department. I don't know none of that.
You talking about the hair?
Yeah, you got all that. Ooh, so what I'm saying is sometimes they have that look. So now everybody wants that look, right? So that it makes no sense, because that's really not what all us guys are into. Most of them probably, yeah, but not a lot of us that have some type of common sense. Nah, this is my thing. I want my lady to work out with me. I like my lady to run.
Vice versa. Somebody that just start running or just start exercising. We're not gonna say anything.
I've exercised my whole life. Now I probably calmed down a little bit, but I've exercised my whole life. Wait a minute now. So hold on. But whoa.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I probably didn't see you. But no, it's just kind of talk about the different purposes and stuff, and like the people that are watching, we appreciate y'all. I kind of wish that somebody would comment and like say something on a topic that would be great on how you feel about it. Like if you're a woman watching, how you feel about men, and like what are some, things that you just have to have when it comes to qualities and stuff like that. I don't necessarily know if I would call it a quality, but for me, something that I have to have is respect. It's something that seems so simple. But what I mean is, don't call me your bitch. I had an ex at time, and I was like, look, if you feel the need to call me that, you can't say your lady, your chick, however you want to say it. That's cool, but I'm not gonna be here because you're not gonna call me a bitch. But then some women now they like that. That's cool, baby. That's cool. That's you. But if you my guy, you're not gonna call me that. But then on the flip side, some guys will be like, oh well, you and your best friend be like, bitch, you look good. And that's true. Sometimes that happens, but I don't really do that. So I mean, I have some friends that'll call me that, but it's a mutual understanding in that perspective. But when it comes from a guy, it's almost like it's impossible to see it in that mutual understanding type of light. It's still seen as degrading.
Well, you shouldn't be calling it. If you're a mother, you shouldn't be calling your daughter that, and your daughter shouldn't be calling your mother that. That doesn't make no sense. That's weird to me. That's really weird.
Oh, I should have heard a hot phone.
So this makes no sense.
It really don't.
But see, me, I'm more of a person that I care about what's going on in your mind. The body and stuff, yeah, that's attractive too. That's what attracts you to who you want to talk to. Mm-hmm. But can you hold a conversation? Can we talk for about 5 to 10 minutes or 5 minutes without me getting bored, annoyed, or just downright, ignorant with you? Because you can't hold a conversation. Because all you're thinking about is something sexual. Mm-hmm. All right, yes, there's sex in every relationship, but it can go past that. You're not going to be having every day of your relationship, all day. It's not going to happen. At some point in time, y'all going to talk, y'all going to have conversations, y'all going to watch movies and stuff like that. What's happening at that time? I mean, let's be honest. Mm-hmm. Like I said, I have no problem. I like reading. I read some books. Sometimes I like to use Audible because I don't like to just sit there and read it at a point in time. Sometimes I like to do something and actually listen to the book. It's better for me. But some people just don't like to read.
It's not my thing. But if it's something that's really, really interesting, I'll be honest, I'll read it or I'll give it a try. I'm not opposed to doing it or trying it. What I was going to say is, though, one thing is when it comes to women and like being like super independent and feeling like, I'm trying to see how to say this because this is something I kind of really want to talk about, and it's kind of to the subject, kind of. How women are so quote unquote independent now. We feel like, we don't need men and everything. Or we always throw it out there, like we don't need you. I always feel like eventually in some point in time in your life, I don't know if I would use the word as need, but eventually you're gonna want that companion. And that, don't be too, for my ladies, don't be too independent to where if a man really likes you, you're not giving them the opportunity to show you by the things that they can do for you. That's what I really want to put out there.
Because this is the thing. If I'm on a date with you, I'm pretty sure you got your own money. I understand that. You're going to have your own money. You got your own car. You're already doing your independent thing. But don't, shit on me. Like, I can't put anything to your relationship. I can give you parts of the relationship that you don't have right now. We're supposed to work together. Men and women are supposed to work together. I bring stuff to relationship. She brings stuff to relationship. That's just how it's supposed to work. You can be independent. There are women that fix cars, do construction, and there are men that do things that women do.
I will say this though. I'm pretty sure our relationship will last for a very long time. But on that note, regardless, I cannot, and this is just my preference, don't take it the wrong way. Please don't. But I cannot deal with a man, and I've known somebody like this that dealt with a guy like that, and they are no longer together. If we are driving somewhere and it's snowing, or it could just be a regular day, and for some reason the tire goes out, right? You have a spare in the back. You a man. You should know how to do it, and if you don't know how to do it, you should be attempting to try to change the tire and put the spare on there. It shouldn't be me.
You said in the snow?
I said it could be in the snow or on a regular day. It doesn't matter what type of day it is. I'm just giving. It doesn't matter how difficult you are. You are a man. You are a man. That is your responsibility as a man to take care of the woman. I have seen a couple instances where the woman is doing it. Why is the woman out there now? If the woman wants to help you, because like I want to be a woman that would just sit in the car, but at least I'm okay. Well, I can hand you the tools. I can do something, try to help you. But that's not okay. If we have a home together, you should be able to try to do something.
What about pumping gas? What about that?
I do feel like if you're with the guy should be pumping the gas. I still feel like that. I can pump my own gas, but see, the type of person I am, I will attempt to get out the car to see what you're gonna do. And if I have to, I'm not gonna ask you. And some people are like, well, that's assuming, Jade. No, you should know. But then sometimes, honestly, some guys don't know because you weren't brought up to know. You weren't made to see that this is how it's supposed to be. It's this new age type of deal where almost anything goes.
And I think we don't always do that chivalry stuff. Like, I'm sorry. If it's cold outside, I will give her my jacket, but I will not. She'll have on her own too. I will not put my jacket over no puddle of water, and we gonna walk over there, mug.
No, I don't expect you.
That's just stupid. We gonna walk around the puddle of water, and we gonna look at it, and we gonna keep pushing. Whoever came over that was stupid. I will not be doing that one. But
that's a big thing for me. Like, that would be a preference of what I like. A guy that does not mind. And if you don't know how to do it, I'm not saying you have to know how to do everything with your hands, but you should not be too sensitive to feel like you don't are too much of a pretty boy to feel like you don't have to get your hands dirty, that you're not willing to try to get your hands dirty.
I understand that's not okay. Your forte. You can pay someone to do it.
Yeah.
But it's okay to learn how to do it yourself because it's a lot cheaper.
That's just a preference of what I like. And maybe some women out there still like guys that know how to use their hands, but I don't feel like your hands should be baby soft like mine. Unless you're a model or something like that, then that makes sense. But you are a man. Like, I'm not saying I'm all the way old fashioned because I'm not, because it's a lot of stuff that I would do. It's a lot of stuff that I would do. It's a lot of stuff that I saw.
It's a lot of women
that I saw my mom doing. You know what I'm saying? Fixing everything.
It's a lot of women who like to cut the grass.
I used to cut the grass.
No, but I'm saying it's a lot of women that like to actually cut the. I used to cut the grass. I like doing it because for real, Well,
no, he don't.
No. I like doing it, but I don't want to do it. But
does that make sense?
Yes,
no, it does not.
I have no problem doing it. How about that? I have no problem doing it.
Yes, he does.
No, I don't.
Okay.
So, no, what in the last house because it had that huge hill.
He still has a problem.
So, what was I saying? You always gave me off topic now.
You're the one that said about the grass. I was saying about
when I cut the grass, I usually listen to music anyway. But an example would be at my mom's house.
Oh, that's a perfect example. That's a perfect example.
You know, it's she cuts the grass, but I have two other brothers there. Now they could cut the grass, at least do that. She shouldn't be cutting the grass, cleaning the yard, and everything like that. It shouldn't happen. It just should not happen.
Or you should offer to help or something.
You know, here at this house, I mean, neither one of us are gardeners, so that's not something we do. I don't have a great thumb. I don't do that. But I will cut the grass. That's just my thing. I don't expect her to get out there. I don't expect her to do
that. I wouldn't mind doing something like that. I'm not saying that we can't do stuff. I'm not saying that the man again has to know how to do everything, but you are a man. Have manly features. Do not have womanly features, womanly woman, whatever features, because it's not appealing.
But I mean, it's just
this is my opinion.
How I feel about that.
Like if you were to, let's say, and you pretend like we not even, just hypothetically, right? Mm-hmm. If you were to meet a woman and you were really, really interested in the woman, right? Right. And from being really interested into the woman, maybe you all have been talking, you've been on a couple dates, and then it has came out that she has had surgery. So maybe she has a bigger butt, but it doesn't seem like it's too big, or maybe before she just didn't have anything, right? So she got maybe like some implants just to at least give her a little bit of boost, some shots in her butt, because I know you say that you like it natural. You don't like all that, right? Mm-hmm. Well, you've been talking to her for several weeks. Y'all went on some dates. You're really feeling her. You want to see, okay, let's continue to see whatever.
Where we going with this? Oh, has she always been a woman her whole life?
Yes, she's not a guy. No, I already know the answer to that. What I'm saying is because you like women that are natural. If you find out later on that she's not natural, then is that something that you're gonna deal with, or is that like a deal breaker?
It's not a deal breaker. I mean, it ain't like it happened while I was with her or while I was talking to her. If it happened, it happened. It's what it is. It's what it is. At that point in time, if I'm rocking with you, I'm rocking with you. And I like you, that's what it is.
Yeah.
You know, I could deal with it. I can take something. I'm cool with that. You know, it's just what it is. I have no problem with that at all.
Yeah.
I'm not going to, once I find it out, I'll be like, no, I just can't rock with you. You know, nah.
I'm just saying sometimes certain things like that is a deal breaker. Like some men like long hair, like we said before, that's a deal breaker. Some men feel like the woman, I know men that make a nice amount of money and they do not want their woman to work. If you're going to work, it's going to be part-time. Other than that, you're not going to have a full career. That would not work for you. It's not necessarily a backup plan. It's just, I want to have my own. I want to be able to have my own and contribute so we can have even more. That's all. But that's all I have on the topic. We just wanted to get on for a little bit.
Right.
Kind of something that's been sitting on me, and I'm sure it'll be other topics. It will be other topics that I'll think about or that we'll think about together to talk about. But we just wanted to get on real quick. It is Saturday. We want y'all to be safe out there. It is snowing, unfortunately. We appreciate you all watching, the people that have watched, people that will watch. And that is the video, y'all.
All right. Like, subscribe, share, hit that notification bell. I gotta start saying that. I did not say that because we're still new to this YouTube thing. So,
and we appreciate you, Andrew, Michael, and a couple other people that have been on and off. We appreciate you all too. So
trying to get this YouTube thing and get it popping,
And eventually I think that we will add other stuff that like I've done like one poem or whatever, but I will add some more of my poetry, and we'll add like a couple of things because we're not always this serious. We are not. Like, I am extremely goofy. Thank you. We appreciate it, Michael. I am extremely goofy. He is goofy, so
I love sports. Like I
we
said, at one
will.
time I'm supposed to get on here and talk about my sports, about my basketball, and about my Lakers. Yes, I'm a Lakers fan, and that's what it is. I've been a LeBron fan for the past I don't know how many years. Now I wasn't always a LeBron fan, so I'm not biased on LeBron. I haven't always been a LeBron fan, but I am a LeBron fan now, and I am a Lakers fan. But I've been a Lakers fan for a very long time, way before they are now. So I've been through the bad, I've been through the ugly, where no one knew who the hell, like we didn't even know who was on the team in the one like 5, 6, 7 years ago. So I will talk about that more. I mean, it will get more.
It'll be other things that we do. So
Yeah.
I've debated on doing like pranks. I don't know. I feel like we would probably start a war. So that's debatable, but just other little things. But sure. Of course. Oh my God, Michael, that would be so dope. Yes, please do. Please do check out some of our other videos. The last video that we did together, I think was last Sunday or something like that, but it was a really dope video. So please check that out. If you like poetry, I have one on there. So check the poem out. It's from weeks ago from Martin Luther King Day. So we appreciate that, Michael, for real. We appreciate that.
Yeah, we're all about promoting Black love,
unity, all that. But don't get it twisted. We still get ratchet a little bit, okay? Don't get it twisted.
I don't get ratchet.
Oh, I get ratchet. But anyway, no, please share. We appreciate it.
Not at all.
Peace, y'all. Have a safe night. We appreciate y'all.
All right.